Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, I play video series videos I do for Lana. I go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, and folks, I'm gonna talk about stuff. I'm gonna let you know all you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not gonna lie, it's so nice out, but because of the sun, it's needlessly warm. I don't. You folks have heard me bitch about the heat and the sun so many times, and it's like, oh, Brandon, he makes the funny jokes about the sun. I don't. It's not. I hate the sun so much. I don't like it. It doesn't agree with me. I'm a cool weather person, man. I've always been that way, even as a kid. I don't like it, man. My body is it doesn't adjust well. But anyway. Folks, super simple format. I'm going to go over there and try out food and or drink items. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside the truck. Whilst I'm inside the truck, I'm wearing a super cool shirt. Folks, I wear super cool shirts. I like to highlight super cool shirt. Super cool shirt am I wearing today? Boom! It's my Dosu Kinata shirt. I love this shirt. If you're not familiar with the character of Dosu Kinata, don't feel bad. Even fans of the show that he's from frequently forget that he was part of the show. He was a minor villain in really one of the first arcs of the series of Naruto. And I fucking loved him. I loved his look. I loved his abilities. I loved just everything about his character. It's like, that's the guy. That's the guy. And to go over there and show you the level of nerdiness that I am, back in my late teens, back when the show was still going, still at that point, he has this very specific kind of hunched over walking stance and everything that he does. Makes him even creepier and stuff. And I went over there at one point, and I went into that stance, and I tried to walk around like that to see how long I could hold it in case I ever went over there and cosplayed it as the character, which was hilarious because it's not like I had any fucking actual aspirations to cosplay, but that's how much I like the character. But anyway, what am I reviewing for you folks? What are we doing here? Well, I just got through reviewing some super futuristic Coke from, boom, Y3000. And apparently, even in the year 3000, there's, boom! It is Y3000 Zero Sugar Coke. So let's see, can we get a thing? Can we get a thing? The sun? Yeah, sure. So it's Coke Zero Y3000. This is from their Coca-Cola Creations line, which if you're not familiar with, Coke just decided 2 years ago, something like that, maybe. They're every so often we're just going to come out with a weird Coke flavor and we're not going to tell you what it's supposed to taste like. It's just going to be something vague like the future or pixels or some shit like that. I've reviewed a few of them before. Let's try out the zero sugar version. It's usually interesting to try out the zero sugar version on these because sometimes I get more of whatever the hell the flavor is supposed to be. Sometimes it just tastes nasty though. So I mean, it has less of a scent than the normal stuff, so. It's okay. Yeah, okay. Well, it doesn't taste bad, and that's definitely an upshot. I forget which one it was. One of the ones, the zero sugar, I was like, no fucking thank you. I gave it pretty much all to my buddy Dan. Fuck you, Dan, by the way, because he doesn't watch my videos. Because he's a big fucking zero sugar guy. He was just like, I'd rather not have flavor in my life. It's like, fine. So, I had 2 or 3 of the damn things, and I was like, just fucking. I drank the one that I had, and I gave him the rest, because, nah. This one is perfectly drinkable, which, considering it is zero sugar, is nice, I wouldn't say that it has a strong zero sugar taste, which is actually pretty cool, considering that, zero sugar's obviously become, a bigger and bigger thing. And I'm not yay or nay for it. I just need it, if it's going to be the case, I need it to still taste good. That's my fundamental thing. Pepsi has been continuously, kind of working with their zero sugar recipe. And I did a review of their latest incarnation of it some months back. And I said, like, it was pretty damn close, like maybe about 85% of the way to just tasting like normal Pepsi. Coke, obviously they've been working with theirs too, for sure. But Coke has, for me, been much further off than Pepsi. This is a nice change of pace in that regard, because it doesn't taste abrasively with that zero sugar sweetener stuff. It's still there for sure. It doesn't taste, like the non-zero sugar stuff, but it tastes less like a zero sugar version and more like a diet version, if that makes any sense. Because like zero sugar Coke, I'm not a big fan of. I got a friend of mine who is, but I don't know, man. I've never been big on their version of it. But like Diet Coke, I'll drink. I think Diet Coke's actually pretty good. So yeah, it's nice in that it's pretty drinkable. I wouldn't say that it's particularly exceptional in terms of flavor, like, because this is the thing. This is the point that I had with the normal stuff. Is like, okay, it's Y3000. Apparently, it's co-created with AI intelligence. All of that is just marketing bullshit. It's like, what does it taste like? What is the kitsch of it? And for me personally, it really just seems to be like just slightly altered Coke. And I mean, I guess maybe that is the kitsch. It's the idea of like, well, Coke has been around a long time, and come 1,000 years time, yeah, we'll still be rocking, Coca-Cola, just, probably change up a little bit, as the formulas and things and such. Maybe that's the idea behind it. Because it really does, for me, it just tastes like tastes like a cola. It tastes like Coke, just a little bit different, maybe just highlighting certain aspects of the Coke flavor a little bit different than normal. That's about it. Yeah, I mean, this is one of those ones where it's like, it's a very drinkable version of their creations, flavors, but it's also a very uninteresting one for me. And I don't know, man, I certainly don't dislike it. But between disliking it and it being interesting, and liking it and it not being interesting, I'd kind of prefer to not like it, but it still be interesting. It's perfectly fine. It tastes like a cola. Like I said, tastes kind of like just Coke, just, maybe a little bit sweeter, maybe a little bit different balance or something like that. But I'm not really tasting much that's particularly unusual about it. 2 questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? Would I get it again? Probably not. For me, I meant, like, with the normal stuff, I said I'd probably get it again, because, like, I usually do. Like, when it comes to these creation flavors, I usually want to try them multiple times. I could see getting it again out of curiosity. But not because it's, like, particularly, like, oh, boy, I really need to get in on that. No. That's definitely not the case. But for the zero sugar one, even though it doesn't taste bad, it's like, I don't have any reason to. For me. But would I recommend it to people? I'll say this. If you're somebody who you like the zero sugar stuff, sure, it's perfectly fine. It's very drinkable. Like I said, it doesn't have like that abrasive zero sugar taste. It's kind of a nice step to see from Coke, from their zero sugar stuff. It ain't doing a lot for me personally, but like I said, like my buddy Dan, I could be like, Dan, you hate flavor here, and he would be like, glug, 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 glug. Fuck you, Dan. Oh, but anyway. Where was I going with that? Yeah, that's about it, I guess. 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of the day, spectacular rest of the week, monumental rest of the month, stupendous rest of the year. Folks, you can go over there, have yourselves a truly year 3000-tastic rest of your life. I mean, who knows what the year 3000 holds. It'll probably be somewhere between, like, pretty damn cool and then, but also probably a little bit sad and depressing. Because I think that's kind of how the future always goes. Like, we always, like I've always heard that one saying where it's like, oh, we, like, people of our generation, it's like, oh, we were 100 years too late to explore the world and 100 years too early to explore the stars. And it's like, if y'all think in 100 years we're going to be out there fucking flying around and like doing all, you're like, no. I hate to break it to you. Trust me, I wish that were the case. In my tiny Star Trek loving head, it's like, oh boy. And it's like, no, it's not going to happen. There's so many breakthroughs and financial things and stuff, like just global politics that would have to come into play to make that happen. I think we'll get there one day, but it's like, I don't think the year 3000 is going to be as batshit crazy as we kind of think it will be. It's like, it'll probably be, different but similar. Anyway, final two things. Number one, try to bring some positivity in the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do can't do all the time. I know I can't do all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, it's not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. Okay? I know it. I live it. I'm out there with it with you, folks. I just, I'm over here. I'm doing my reviews. I've had to move around like twice. The sun keeps getting in my way. And then there's a landscaping guy who started landscaping. We're just doing a job, to be fair. I'm the one doing bullshit, so. But we run into situations in our lives that are frustrating, stressful, etc. Take a step back. Try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives. Hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks. Do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, maybe you're going to go over there. Maybe you're going to go over there and watch my review of the Y3000 stuff, right? As you do. Maybe you're going to go over there and you're going to be like, okay, I need to know. So then you go over there, you build a time machine, because you can build a time machine apparently. And you go to the year 3000. And you're like, first of all, what's going on? And, maybe it's very different. Maybe we're all just like heads floating around in tanks and, that whole thing, kind of Futurama-esque, but not, as, well, it might be just that. But maybe they'll be over there and they'll still be drinking Coca-Cola with their disembodied heads. You go over there and you try some and you're like, And then you can get back to me. You can come back from the future and you don't have to go over there and like, maybe toss me a few future stock tips or anything like that. Just some shit be over there and just be like, invest in Qdoba. It's going to be a big thing one day. Be like, all right, shit. I've been meaning to review Qdoba. They're the Mexican grill. Bye.